long last it starts, and at long last we get a break. I'm saying long last on both because, well, we needed a cliffhanger to go on a break. Although when I read this chapter's first version, they said we are gonna go on a hiatus. Of course, the other one said we're gonna be on break next week. But when I read that hiatus, I couldn't help but get a very strong chill in my body. But enough about this. Yes, this is the One Piece, chapter 861 to be exact. First of all, a cover page with Nekomamushi just sitting with cats. Well, that's much about it. But I basically just told the entire story. The chapter ends as the marriage starts to begin. As not Gotti, Vito tells to Beige about many big shots. Apparently, the eldest son is also a big shot. We're also introduced, although not seeing the title, of Big Mom's oldest daughter, the Minister of Fruits, called Compote. Or Compote. Technically, I feel like she looks like Big Mom the most, only shorter. Then, of course, the second son, the 14th daughter commander smoothie, and then surprisingly the third and the fourth son. The third son Daifuku and the fourth son Owen. I'm saying surprisingly because I thought they would look like those fat guys or large guys that look like Opera, but no, it turns out not. Then I guess it does answer the question that Opera must be the older brother of those brothers that all look the same. Because if you remember in the Enraged Army, there were two other people, or maybe three other people, that looked exactly like Opera, except maybe different beards. I'm beginning to think that there's a similarity there. Although technically the fourth and the third doesn't really look like each other, but although the third looked more like Katakuri. Either way, for the Vito says these are all big shots, and he cannot help but shudder. I mean, it's very clear that it's Vito who is the more cautious character of the Fire Tank Pirates. Given the fact that he has the title of advisor, it's not that surprising. We're also introduced to the picture of Mother Caramel, who, and it seems to me, or I may over-analyzing things, but it seems to me that Big Mom is actually in denial of whatever has happened to Mother Caramel, because as soon as the picture of Mother Caramel is placed, and by the way, we see the picture, and she is not pretty. I'm sorry, I just had to say that. Mother Caramel, she doesn't look much better than Big Mom. Then again, given Big Mom's age, we shouldn't have been suspected that. A lot of us were suspecting, is Mother Caramel someone we have met before? Looking at that design, I don't think so. I mean, for a moment, I actually thought it looked like that hag that's going around with the self-proclaimed son, Edward. Edward Weevil. I mean, she's dressed like a nun and has a cigarette and a very wild smile. But what I'm trying to say is that Big Mom seems to be in denial about where she is, because the way she talks about this picture is almost I mean, of course, I over-analyzing things, but it almost sounds like when people are asking that the mother is smiling, Big Mom just says, yes, this is our mother. The mother is the light of this world. I wonder. But as then a new guest asks, who is this Mother Caramel? And Big Mom immediately chokes out a Haoshuko no Haki and demands to say, and says, you do not ask about my past. So whoever this Mother Caramel is, I mean, this is Big Mom we're talking about. She is insane, so we shouldn't be. But for me, it almost either Big Mom reacted with extreme anger because, well, she's a private person. Do not dwell into her past. Given to the fact she's hated by all the giants, it's not so unlikely that Big Mom must have had a very tragic past. And given the fact that Mother Caramel is dressed in a nun outfit, unless that is for show, are we to hinting that maybe Big Mom was an orphan as a young child, and that is why Mother Caramel is, special to her. But the way she talks about the pictures almost sounds like she doesn't believe that the picture is a picture. Who knows? Then the guests give her treasures, and Big Mom surprisingly shows excitement of that. Then again, I think the only reason why she is interested in that is because, well, she's wondering what's gonna have it. It also turns out that Morgan is aware somehow that Big Mom has the tobacco box. Are you getting this? Morgan, the newspaper president, is aware that Big Mom has that box. A legendary boss of the treasures. I mean, this guy truly is a newsman. I mean, if that guy was a revolutionary, can you imagine just how powerful the revolutionary will be? This is a man that clearly knows his shit. Given the fact that he's an emperor of the underworld, we shouldn't be surprised. And finally, Big Mom brought forward the Tamate box, which is, by the way, tied up. And she is saying that after the pudding ceremony, she will open this. Makes me wonder though what happened. But at long last, the Tamate box is back. Although, to be fair, the box is not as big as Big Mom, so even if that bomb inside of it would work, I don't think it's gonna damage her. Then turns out that some of Besh's crewmates had infiltrated the chefs. They have blocked every route and jammed the Dendenmushies. As Caesar appears from Besh's body with a mirror, the door homie that has surprised that have been listening to all of this gets cut down by Besh's crew. I mean, was Besh really that stupid just to talk right in front of a homie? I mean, granted, they killed her. At least they killed her face. They cut the face in half, and then the face immediately. The door seems to be dead. So it seems you don't have to kill an entire body of a homie, just the face, in order to kill them. And then we come to the real comical part, which also makes sense. Where is what's happening to Luffy and co? Well, they are sleeping, except Jinbei, of course. And to tell you the truth, this actually makes sense. I haven't talked about this in any other because I've forgotten. However, it's worth noting that Luffy and co have been awake for an entire day. Of course they would be sleeping. As Jinbei even lampshaded that. It's also worth noting that this is the Straws after all. They can sleep even when they are in crucial times. But yeah, preparations are nearly there. And at long last, we are switched to Sanji and Pudding. Sanji is doing his best to try to act. I mean, he is still acting love-struck, but he's trying to get his shit together. But Pudding's acting skills, her extremely cute face when she pulls that, really pull in Sanji, who just keeps on saying he's just in denial of everything. And inside of her own memories, Pudding is actually cursing Sanji and calling him an arrow kappa. So yeah, I'm just saying, Sanji, it's bad enough that Uda is hating on your character all this time, and he's not gonna make you redeem yourself a single bit this arc. But for the first time, I'm actually complaining about Sanji's lovesick style. His love-struck moments have always been what I liked most about him. I mean, openly flirting with ladies like that is so nice. But the fact that Pudding is truly not like that is actually making me a little sick to the stomach. And it's also making me wonder. We all presume that it is going to be Luffy that will mess up the plan. However, I'm starting to think that maybe it is Sanji, because as the guests arrive on Zeus, Sanji has an extremely love-struck face, which even makes Besh nervous. So, at long last, the wedding will now begin, and now the chapter ends, and it's going to, well, Not next week, but a week after that. The marriage de liaison is now gonna begin. Only the Big Mom pirates know what's gonna go on, and meanwhile everyone is so chummy. And we see for the first time how Big Mom's tea party is. It literally is a tea party. Sitting on the chairs, drinking tea, talking stuff, and eating. If it weren't for the fact that a very huge malice in the air, I could almost presume that that tea party almost looks cute. But yeah, Sanji is really trying to uh, pull in everything here, but I'm afraid he is completely love struck. So even I have begun to wonder: is he really going to dodge the bullet? Judge is just pleased with everything that is happening, completely unaware that Big Mom is also delightful, not for the wedding, but for the fact that she is now gonna take everything. But alas, it's finally a break next time. We know it was coming. Just we all that was waiting for that very clear, you know, cliffhanger, and this is it. The sad part is the next One Piece chapter. There may be a very high chance that I'm gonna be unable to review it, and even if I do review it, it's gonna be without my glasses. Then again, it is what it is. He finally got on a break again, and if he's not going to hiatus, I'm fine with that. So yeah, that's basically this chapter. All in all, just preparations. But as we said before, the wedding have finally begun. What comes now is only the chaos. And with the introduction of Mother Caramel, we just got more questions. Pudding is really trying to kill Sanji, which is making me sick to my stomach, and Sanji is just too love struck. Guess she's just that good of an actor. But then again, this is Sanji. He is a hopeless romantic. So give me your thoughts if you have any.